A very good evening to one and all present here. My name is Mohammad Rafiq Qureshi, and I am a grade 11 student from St. Anandram Japuria School, Kanpur. In today's rapidly changing job market, career readiness and future workforce skills are crucial for success. As industries evolve, it's essential for individuals to develop a blend of technical, interpersonal, and problem solving skills, ensuring they are equipped to meet the demands of emerging roles and navigate an increasingly digital and interconnected world. Up next, I'd like to tell you about the benefits. Mastering essential skills like communication, adaptability, and problem solving enhances employability and career growth. Staying updated with industry trends fosters lifelong learning and future-proof careers against workforce changes. Strong skills enable individuals to advance, innovate, and contribute meaningfully to their organizations. Up next, I'd like to hand over the platform to my co-moderator, Ms. Ridhima Garg.
Thank you. Greetings to one and all. I am Rithma Garg. I am a grade 11 student from St. Anandram Japuria School, Kanpur, and I will be introducing you to some of the key features of the topic. The topic includes a strong foundation in critical thinking, problem solving, and adaptability, which are essential for navigating an ever-changing job market. Additionally, emotional intelligence, relationships, and leading teams. Lifelong learning is another key feature encouraging individuals to continuously upskill and reskill to stay relevant in their careers. Some of the types of such skills are technical expertise and industry-specific knowledge, developing soft skills like communication, problem solving, and adaptability. These are crucial for success, complemented by emotional intelligence for managing relationships, leadership, self-management, and cultural competency. They ensure effective decision making, resilience, and inclusivity in diverse environments. Up next, I would like to hand over to Savani.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Savni Gupta. I'm a student of class 12 from DAV Public School, Sector 49, Gurugram. Schools can improve their curriculum by adopting a holistic, skill-based approach. Project-based learning on real-world issues foster critical thinking, problem-solving, and teamwork. Integrating digital literacy across subjects builds technical skills, while group activities and social emotional learning boosts emotional intelligence and leadership. Time management lessons alongside academics encourage self-management and discussions on overcoming challenges, nurtures resilience and adaptability. Finally, incorporating global perspectives and diversity education helps students develop cultural competence, preparing them for success in an interconnected world. Now, I would like to hand over the platform to my fellow moderator, Ms. Suhani.
A very good evening to one and all. I am Suhani Matani, a grade 11 student at St. Anandram Japuria School, Kanpur. As a student of St. Anandram Japuria School, Kanpur, it gives me a privilege to introduce Ma'am Shikha Banerjee, the principal of St. Anandram Japuria School, and an educationist with over 33 years of experience in teaching across ICSE, ISC, and CBSE schools in India. She holds a postgraduate degree in English and Sanskrit, a B.Ed, a diploma in primary English teaching, as well as certifications in guidance and counseling, and as an ISO certified internal auditor. Throughout her career, Mrs. Banerjee has demonstrated exceptional leadership in school growth and administration, particularly in developing English and social studies content. She has been an advocate for innovation in modern pedagogy and has spearheaded CSR collaborations with prominent NGOs like Goonj and Cry World Vision India. Additionally, she serves as a trainer at the Sitar Samaratya Teachers Training Academy, where she nurtures future educators. Her outstanding contributions to education have been recognized with numerous prestigious accolades, including Dr. Radhakrishnan National Teachers Award 2007, the Best Educators Award 2009, the Accomplished Educators Award 2011, the APJ Abdul Kalam Motivators Award 2016, the Inspiring Educators Award 2017, the Acharya Devo Bhava Award 2018, the National School Award 2021, and the Global Leadership and Excellence Awards 2023. Now, I would like to hand over the mic to my co-moderator.
I would like to introduce Ms. Meenakshi Aval ma'am. Ms. Meenakshi Aval ma'am is a PGT political science teacher and counselor at DAV Public School, Sector 49, Gurugram, with 13 years of teaching experience. She holds a BA Honours and MA in Political Science from Mirinda House, University of Delhi. Additionally, she has earned an MA in Psychology from IGNOU and an Advanced Counseling Diploma from Jamia Millia Islamia University, Delhi. Alongside her teaching career, Ms. Meenakshi ma'am is a part-time psychologist specializing in relationship counseling, where she helps individuals and couples in navigating personal challenges and strengthening their relationships. With her unique blend of expertise in both political science and psychology, Ms. Meenakshi ma'am brings a well-rounded perspective and invaluable guidance to her students and clients alike. Now I would like to hand over the mic to my fellow moderator.
Thank you. I would like to now introduce Ms. Rubina Hassan Sami, Principal at Green Lawn School Junior High School. Rubina Hassan Sami is the Executive Principal at Green Lawns Junior High School with extensive experience in both teaching and educational leadership. She has taught social science and creative writing at prestigious schools like Starex International School in New Delhi and Delhi Public School in Pune. With a background in corporate education, Rubina has also education based in Osaka, Japan. In addition to her teaching career, Rubina is a published author of 4 books and a dedicated environmentalist, working closely with the Nagar Nigam Gorakhpur on various initiatives. She is also a YouTuber where she shares her expertise and insights on education and related subjects. Rubina's multifaceted career reflects her passion for education, the environment, and creative expression. Now I would like to hand over to my co-moderator, Mr. Rafi.
Up next, I'd like to introduce Lakshmi Madhavan ma'am. Ma'am is an assistant manager, career counseling coaching, Directorate of Admissions and Academic Outreach in Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Coimbatore. Mrs. Lakshmi is an experienced professional with a diverse background. She comes with 8 years of experience in different fields. She has 4 years of dedicated teaching experience for computer science stream. She has conducted sessions for both teachers and students. She actively participates in discussions on various topics, demonstrating her passion for continuous learning and staying updated with the latest trends and developments. She has expertise in conducting training sessions for students preparing for competitive exams like LET, CAT, and JEE, etc. She loves to take sessions to create awareness among students about different competitive examinations available and how they can efficiently prepare for that. We are so proud to have you, ma'am. Up next, I'd like to hand over the mic to my co-moderator, Vanshika.
Thank you. My name is Vanshika, and I study in 11th grade in DAV Public School, Sector 49, Gurugram. Before introducing the Vyani ma'am, I would request everyone to make a donation of ₹10 for upskilling the youth in underdeveloped parts of Africa like Cameroon, Bien, Kenya, etc. I would like to introduce the founder and CEO of Edudevs, Upskilling Education and Edudevs Knowledge Foundation, an organization committed to disseminating quality education for young educators to improve the learning ability of students. The foundation aims to empower the youth, wherein children and young people are encouraged to take charge of their life. An alumni of St. Stephen College, she carries over 30 years of experience in the education sector. She has worked with many key brands in the industry like DAV Schools, Amity Schools, and Heritage Schools. She is an author with Cambridge Publications, United Kingdom, and is credited to have authored several CBSE curriculum books. I now invite Devyani ma'am to share her thoughts.
Well, thank you so much. I think, first of all, heartfelt congratulations and to my co-student moderators, a team which Edudevs team has very carefully selected and nurtured. And these students would be moderating with me today's episode of Let's Talk Careers. My deep gratitude and welcome to our esteemed panelists. I think I was hearing illustrious bios of all our panelists, and I think today we have a galaxy of seasoned academicians, counselors, who I think will add so much of value to today's session on Let's Talk Careers. Let me tell you, this is an initiative, a joint initiative and a venture of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University and Edudevs Upskilling Education. This is a series of new episodes where we will be bringing in different perspectives, different nuances, changes, trends in careers, educating each and every student, empowering each and every educator to understand what is the demand from education to empower the 21st century students to choose their right careers. You see, as technology advances, somewhere the traditional education systems across the globe have struggled to keep pace with the changing job market. Everywhere there are talks about how rigid structures of academic institutions are somewhere not properly equipped to provide the agile and adaptable skill sets which the contemporary job market is demanding. Formal education, we all saw, is becoming less relevant when we see companies increasingly recognizing the limitations of the traditional degrees in assessing workplace readiness. Furthermore, when you talk about the technological changes, we all know they are so rapid that the degrees earned, the skill set honed by us become obsolete with the blink of an eyelid. For instance, if I have to quote, if I talk about the recent surge that was in the last 3 decades or so in computer science degrees and coding skills, it significantly slowed down with the emergence of ChatGPT, which has shown their potential to replace a significant number of coding jobs. But we don't need to be scared or anxious about these changes. What we need is how to combat this unpredictability which necessitates a switch in the mindsets, emphasizing the importance of continuous lifelong learning and adaptability of individuals. So what it calls for is to revisit our curriculum, to revisit our education system, and to develop an approach which prepares our students with the right kind of skill sets where they can not just adopt but adapt to the changing environment. So without, as I always say, and that is my go-to phrase, without spilling beans, let me now come up with my ice-breaking question to my panelists, and I would request the panelists to not take more than 2 minutes to address this particular question, as there's a whole list of very, very interesting questions and queries which our student moderators have prepared. And you would be addressing the same question with your own perspectives in the order of the way in which you were introduced. So first, moving on to Shikha Banerjee, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. What do you think are the key benefits of, I was just talking about technology, how it has become such an integral part of our life and how it has impacted education. So what are its benefits in combining technical education with traditional academic subjects? Over to you, Shikha ma'am. Yes, Shikha ma'am.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Am I
ma'am.
audible now?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
what I wanted to say is thanks to you for inviting me. This is one area, one topic which every educator would want to talk about. There are several things that we talk about when we are talking about career ready. Career ready. Technology plays a very important role. And children are supposed to know the areas where they need to work upon, the skill sets that they need to explore and collaborate together. Critical thinking and problem solving pathways are to be taken over. So the point is, the career path has to be including digital learning. And the main thing is development of the soft skills and work ethics is also extremely important. And this is the reason why the uh, tech information and tech inclusion into the student's life is very important. It's wrong that some of them are misusing it, but the fact remains that it is a requirement. Done in the proper way, it is the requirement. We can't do anything about it. Right? So, teamwork, communication, time management, discipline, adaptability, all of it form the various aspects of the career readiness, heading with
Great.
technical uh, readiness. Right?
Great. Thank you so much, Shikha ma'am. Moving on to Veena ma'am, like
Yes,
how you look at welcome to the episode. How do
thank
you
you so
think
much.
integrating technical education has become so important, or is it important with the traditional subjects? Yes.
I understand. Thank you so much for inviting me and congratulations for choosing a topic which is so relevant and being discussed about. Of course, as Shikha ma'am had already said, technical education is very important for us. We cannot do without it. It's needed to hone our skills, but we do not need to be really worried because the creative fields, the human touch, and the emotional quotient, which we are equipped with as human beings, and we are also trained at, also helps us in combining both, balancing the technical education part, which is of course relevant as digital learners. The students need it, we need it. It's opened a lot of avenues for us. It's made it very dynamic, interesting, and but at the same time very competitive. And where we stay strong with the human touch, with the human discipline, the creative thinking which we possess, with that we can combine our skill sets in our students and keep it going both ways. Like we can create and combine both. As in my own personal creative field, I'm a published author combined with technical skills. So the schools can become really a semi universe, mini version of it, where technical skills, along with creative thinking, emotional quotient, sensitivity, caring for the environment, everything adds on to the skill sets our students develop. So I think it can be done. It's a challenging task, but it's being done. And the stress levels should be reduced, which I think parents are also getting equipped, but it's a task ahead. We are in the right direction. There are pressures, but we are in the right direction. Thank you.
Very well said. Yes, it is an integration, an amalgamation of both, best of both worlds. Before we move on to Meenakshi, ma'am, Meenakshi Aval, I would take the insights of Lakshmi Madhavan here because I think she comes from a technical background and she would just bring in that little change in the perspective. Yes, Lakshmi, over to you.
So yes, thank you so much for the opportunity, Devyani ma'am. So yes, as always, talking about technology, what I have to say is the initial one is with technology, there are a lot more opportunities. The abundant options are there, endless possibilities are there. There are always diverse options and it's always challenging and everybody is having higher competition in their particular sector. That's what technology has done. What are skills the teachers are training the students in the schools, the communication, the learning, the critical thinking and everything. Now technology is an extra element in what we as teachers are teaching. And one more thing that every teacher or every educator should learn is what is the change that's happening in one particular sector. I know every student has to be updated about the technical changes, all the new technologies, about the AI, about the machine learning, about EVs and everything that has coming up. But I want the students to be focused on one particular sector. Everybody will have a choice. I want them to focus on that particular sector and understand what has come up in their sector and what they can do with the particular technology. This is something that is very, very important. They are studying something, maybe a stream like commerce. How they can use the technology, that is what they have to focus on. What tools they can use them. So this is what I have to talk to each and every student. And the role, without technology, we can't do anything. That's what the situation is. It's unimaginable. And as teachers, we have to help these kids. Yeah, this is what you have to do. This is the career that you're planning to take. And this role is about the technology that plays. So yes, that's all, ma'am. It should be stream specific or subject specific or area specific. Their study or their learning should be.
Very well. Thank you so much. This actually would bring us and open more, points of discussion here that technology has to be related to their stream, specific to the selection of their stream. Let's hear what our counselor from DAV Public School has to say. Over to you, Meenakshi. You're not audible. Miss Meenakshi Aval?
Unmute yourself, please.
We kindly request that when the panelists are speaking, the others can unmute, and the panelists, you need to unmute yourself. Is Meenakshi Aval, or should we pass on the question? Is Meenakshi Aval, ma'am, there? Okay, moving on to another question till the time she joins back. Thank you so much. We got extremely different perspectives that how it has to be a holistic mindset, a very, very holistic mindset and holistic development of the child and that is how we will be able to balance out and create individuals who are ready for the current job market. So moving on to Shikha ma'am, my question to you is, now leadership is spoken a lot about, and they say leadership is not about the chair, it's about the community, it's about the area you are in, the space that you venture in. What specific leadership skills should the curriculum emphasize to prepare students for different kinds of roles? Do you think can students start this within the school time, or the training has to come in college or post college trainings?
No, Dejani ma'am, definitely not after school years. Rather, I would say that it should start from the middle school itself. A little bit of starting of building resilience and adaptability should start from the middle school itself. And while they are in that range of classes where they have to look into the career prospects, etc., they are further guided to work on them. Resilience and adaptability is a must. You cannot do without it, right? Because resistance from people, criticism from people, and the area where you're working in will come. So let us prepare our children that just because someone has to say that certain things are not all right for you does not make you inferior. So I stress a lot on building of resilience and adaptability to navigate their career path. They are
Yeah.
doing it themselves. They are doing it with the help of their peer groups. They are doing it with the help of their teachers, but they are doing it and we are promoting it.
Very well said, ma'am, because I also feel that education serves as a crucial foundation, and especially schooling is where
Hmm.
these core competencies, that we speak about. I mean, not just about academic core competencies, but the core competencies, the primary greatness, understanding your own self, understanding your environment, that a child, I think, imbibes and learns during, school years when he's participating into different activities, when he's fighting different challenges, overcoming difficulties. And so, definitely preparing students for all these ages with essential skills is very important. Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am. And my next question is to Rubina ma'am.
Right.
Rubina, how then school fosters? Like that's little off, but then everything is all about lifelong learning. Why do you think this lifelong learning attitude becomes very essential for career selection or understanding? Because we see so many times children succumb to stresses when one aspect is not happening. So this mindset of what is this mindset of lifelong learning, and how is it related to career selection and career resilience?
Actually, developing right life skills attitude and skill sets is very important. And given how our school systems operate, if it's a very holistically done school led by a team which is discussing these dynamic stresses in a very open manner and encouraging the children to be more open with their stresses, their challenges, it's already providing a platform, an open platform to children where they are not only interacting with each other through various subjects. There are many subjects which are also now introduced in schools, as you must be aware of it, I'm sure all of you, wherein counseling is very important. There are counselors in school, but within the peer set also the children discuss things like bullying, ragging, what's happening, the stresses. All this is not allowed, but what actually happens outside the ecosystem. So the teachers are more like counselors. They're not just mere educators like previous years. They are more open, more flexible to take on and discuss these topics with them. Right life skill sets being developed in schools and further honed for technical digital learning, and then further on various skill sets which they can take on once they leave the school. That comes from the home environment, but our schools have a very nice diverse ecosystem and incubator rather, where students can learn that life is not only about winning, it's also about losing. So how to be a good loser, then come out of a situation, build on your life. We are equipped, but what if we fall flat on our face? We know how to deal with it and make something out of the lemon, and take a lemonade. So that skill set, that kind of honing of skills is very important. And some of the schools are doing it beautifully. Our teachers are, they are just our role models. You can discuss, students are discussing so many problems with them and they're learning there, right there at the school. I'm pretty hopeful with the environment, lot more hopeful than what it used to be earlier within the discipline format.
And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I do feel that
Devjani ma'am, one more point to add on to this same set of questions. Students should have the allowance of making small mistakes and getting corrected and
very,
not reprimanded.
yes,
Very
I think
true.
very true. Well, I think this is such a great philosophy which Shikha ma'am has spoken about, that childhood and I think the student life primarily is all about, we talk about that experiential learning, and experiences are experiences. They cannot be right or wrong. The only thing is you learn out of experiences. With this, I leave the platform, or give the platform to my student moderators who have been working hard, designing questions for you, and they are ready to, with a rapid fire and different set of questions, they'll be posing their queries to all our esteemed panelists. But before I leave, I want to make a great appeal to all the audience who are today here in this webinar, that we are rigorously working towards upskilling the youth in Cameroon, Nigeria, Uganda, and Nicaragua. And we would want you to make just a minimum donation of rupees 10, which does not even let you buy a cup of tea. So please do not hesitate to donate rupees 10. Pick up your phones, pick up, and please donate wholeheartedly. You are fortunate. We want to make the other part of the world fortunate too. Thank you so much. Over to my student panel moderators.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to ask the first question to Ma'am Lakshmi. Ma'am, what skills do you think are most critical for students to succeed in a rapidly changing job market?
So I think skills required in a rapidly changing job market. The first one, obviously, I'll give my marks for the soft skills, something like leadership, communication, creativity, critical thinking, everything. The second one I'll call as digital literacy. Understanding what is happening around, that is very, very important. Now, as Shikha ma'am has already mentioned about resilience, the strategies that you have to adapt, because the atmosphere is going to be completely different when you are in the market or in the industry. The people you're going to work with is extremely different. You'll not be familiar with each and every individual. So you have to have that resilience, the communication skill. It's the soul of every industry. How you're going to communicate with people, how you're going to share ideas, that is very important. The second one, when it comes to digital literacy, I want all the children to be equipped with very basic idea of what is something called AI, what is something called data science. Just some examples. Okay. What is something called data science? Because as people, what industry requires is very basics of coding. The very basics of coding, something like Python is okay. AI literacy is also something that's important. Data interpretation and analytics. As per statistics, I would say every other year, the amount of data in this universe is getting doubled. So you as children, we as people, we as individuals need to understand what data is something that is needed for my work. So data analytics or interpretation is something that is very, very important. Another important, this is like a tip that I want to share with each and every student here is, I hope all the teachers also, whichever area that you feel is relevant for you, I want you to do a good research about that area, about the technology that you can use in that area, and about the implementation strategies. It's not about understanding what the technology is. I want each and everybody to focus on the implementation strategy. Implementation strategy is something that's going to give you an extra edge when you're in a group of 100 or 15 people. Everybody knows what is AI, what are the different types of AI, how AI can help people, the personalization, everything that we know. I think I'll just take an example just for 2 minutes and give you an idea. I'm a commerce student. I'm studying in my 12th because mostly commerce people ask me this question. So I'm a student. I'm studying in 12th standard of commerce. I'm really interested in something called finance. Okay, I'm really interested in something called finance. We all know about the financial technology. We are still using paper money, but the whole evolution from the paper money to the, I would say, the ATM cards, to the UPIs, to the Bitcoins, to the Ethereum, everything happened because of technology. So initially, as children, you can start with studying a degree or something, anything related to finances. Somebody is there who is ready to be an entrepreneur. So he should know how the market works, how the business, everything should work. So as a 12th student, I have a degree or I have started studying something in finance or business related. Okay. Now, what I need to understand is, or what my priority should be is, first one is, I'm planning to be in the finance industry. I need to understand what is stock market, what is mutual fund, what are bonds, how a bank works, what type of operation happens in bank, what about the risk and all of that activities. Then coming to the payments, how the payment happens, what is actually something called blockchain, what is something called cryptocurrency, the second step. Now about the digital payments, about the frauds, about the risk. You have to have a set of things that you have to understand if you're planning to be in the finance sector or something related to the business sector and you are planning to work with technology. Now, even about the firewalls, a little bit of programming, a little bit of data analytics. So I've mentioned 8 to 10 things that you have to have an understanding as a graduate who is in the commerce sector. This is how every individual should think. Even if you're from the arts or the maths background or for the biology or any background, whichever background it is, you have to focus on 2 or 3 areas and you have to understand, yeah, this is the graph or this is the way in which things are happening in the particular sector. And I am planning to work in this thing. Now, the idea of completing a degree and then planning to get a job, it's gone. Now, I need to think of the job, which sector, what type of job I'll be working, and I need to prepare myself for that particular job. So these are some of the things or the tips that each and every individual, as teachers, as educators, as students should follow. I hope you got an idea. Yeah. And thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the very helpful advice.
I have another question for Ma'am Lakshmi. Ma'am, what advice would you give to students to help them remain competitive in the face of automation and the rapidly evolving technology?
So what is something that you have to do in order to survive in this market? Okay. So I'll start with the basic human nature. It's like, I have completed everything. I've completed the degree. I have a job. I'm satisfied. So we all have that little bit of a place where we feel comfortable. Then we have that feeling of, yeah, it's enough. It's done. Nobody will try to come out of that. That's a basic human nature and it's completely fine. So I want all the children to think of what you can do so that it's going to add to your profile. It's always thinking about a growth. It's always thinking about an updation. That is the first thing. And there are a lot of platforms which are providing certifications. I don't know how many of you have LinkedIn accounts and all. There are a lot of platforms like Coursera and all of them, small courses, 15, 20 minutes, writing a small code in Python. A lot of things are happening. So I want you to try out different things. The reason is most of the students or children are confused on which sector to choose. Everywhere there are a lot of developments happening, but most of the people are like, I don't know whether this sector. There is a lot happening in everything and I don't know how to decide. So I would request the children to just go through some of these courses, maybe understand what is happening and then choose 1 or 2 areas that you feel really comfortable or 1 or 2 areas that you feel really excited about. And then it's always about the growth mindset. There is a concept called, I would say, learning agility, relearning and unlearning. How much are you learning? I'm using an application that's not there after 3 weeks, it's gone. So I have to update myself in a span of 1 week or 2 weeks. I need to update, I need to do something, I have to study the other thing. So you have to have that learning attitude, always a growth mindset, and it's okay to fail. That attitude also each and every student should keep. It's okay to fail. It's completely fine to fail, but you have to pick yourself up and you have to start learning. So learning is something that's going to help you. Staying updated is going to help you, and understanding or developing soft skills, something like communication. Behavior has a lot to do when you are in the industry. Your behavior, the way in which you are dealing with people. negotiation, communication, it's very, very important, dealing with clients and all. So you need to give importance to skills. You need to find out 2 or 3 sectors that you really want to excel in. You have to start working on that. And please to understand that this is a slow process. No need to rush. Take your own time, understand things, start slowly. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. That was indeed an insightful advice.
Up next, I have a question for Shikha ma'am. Ma'am, how do you collaborate with parents and industry partners to provide relevant career insights to your students? And how do you integrate digital literacy and career building skills into your curriculum?
So, Rafi, we are working together. We, in the sense, you and me, my team of teachers, we are working together, and you understand our system quite well. So, we have a lot of activities which talk about emotional quotient and life skills. Life skill is very important. Understanding the skill which you're going to learn, adapt, not be so successful sometimes and not so successful sometimes, but you work on with it, come together for a collaboration, and further on ask questions. Asking question is very important. Coming back to your teachers, coming back to your peer group, and talking about the things that can help you, because soft skill is one of the main areas that the children of today need to understand. Data analytics is another one. Ma'am has already told you. Data analytics is about understanding the data, accumulating the data, and further trying to analyze how does it apply to you, or where it does not apply to you. How are you going to take it forward, right? Creativity and innovation. We give a lot of scope to our students to venture into creativity and innovation. We have Adult Tinkering Lab. We have So we have these in the school, and you people are venturing into it. You are going into it till to do the things that will be good for you. And we have the mindset where your teachers are with you, giving you scope to venture into the various areas. But again, all of it, somewhere or the other, gets linked to digital literacy. Digital literacy, understanding, implementing, application, and then further improvising on those areas is very important. Right, Rafe, do you think what I said matches to what the things you all are doing?
Yes, ma'am, completely.
Right.
Thank you for the wonderful insight, ma'am. I indeed gained a lot of knowledge from your response.
My next question for Meenakshi ma'am is, how can schools ensure that we as students are equipped with both technical expertise and soft skills for job market success?
So I hope I'm audible this time and visible as well. Yes? Okay. So,
Yes, Meenakshi, we missed you.
yes. So I will reverse the role here as a counselor, because if we talk about technical knowledge, I think the next generation is smarter. So our generation has become a learner. True, I think the adaptability part will be on the part of education system. For example, I was just going through the research and few surveys. So I met this teacher and she was saying that we had a project work and we did it online, and it was PPT. But when it come to ground zero, the project work viva happened, that the other teacher requested that they needed a hard copy, whereas the work was done already. So there was too much paper wastage, same work, but why? So I think it is a two-way process. Training of teachers, awareness among teachers, and acceptability among us that yes, this is a permanent change that is shifted and we need to accept it. One, two. Uh, as far as students' awareness and utility of technology is concerned, I think it should be more about awareness. they know most of the things how it is to be done, but it is to be directed in the right direction. As far as if we talk about communication skills, yes, we need to provide them platform, and I think the government is already working upon it. NEP, if we pick up, it is completely based on integration, art integration. And nowadays, so they are asking for proofs also, what art integration activities you have done among your classes, irrespective of every subject. Every school has adopted one or the another sustainability goal. So I think the journey has already started. We are somewhere in the midway, and I think all the teachers will agree. As soon as the COVID enters, it was a U-turn for everybody. When I started my career, we used to get a technical assistant person who used to type the question paper for us, and suddenly with the workshops and everything, it was like the world is changing so fast, and maybe in the 10 years people will be owning one or two robots in their houses. So that is going to be going to be the future. But yes, traditional education as well as in schools, I think there shall be collaboration. Wherever the students are more updated, we should learn from them. I think I'm learning till date. I will call myself as a learner rather than a counselor. I think that will be very, very helpful for all of us, for the students also. And I think the students will also agree after my answer. Holistic development is another one, and communication skills. And as far as the jobs are concerned, nowadays there is no category per se for jobs. We never knew that vlogging will be a career for people. Food vlogging, and if we talk about fashion industry, so everything is a career if you are good at it, but then you need to pursue in an appropriate manner with an appropriate direction, because where we have everything which is knowledge, we also have a dark web. So that's it from my side. I think that will solve the purpose here.
My next question to Lakshmi ma'am is, in what ways can schools provide opportunities for students to gain hands-on experience in industries of their interest?
Okay. So the first thing, as ma'am already mentioned, I know you're having ATL labs, electrical tinkering labs, and you're having hands-on experience with all those small robotic kits and all. So initially, I prefer having industrial visits, or it's like visits to all these technical associations. Conducting workshops is also something that can happen. Somebody who is good professional in IoT or something, he can come with the kids and all. And I hope at least some of the schools are doing, because here nearby schools, some of them are having daycare labs, and also the students who are interested in the electronics and all of them, they know the concept of medical IoT. Most of the people, we are not having that much idea about what is actually medical IoT, what all developments are happening in this. So students are researching about them. So workshops. Then two things that I'll request the students to do is, the first one is internship opportunities. I always used to ask, how many of you know what your parents' proper role is? What role does your parent play in a company? And I would often request the children to go to their offices, understand what the company is, what's their profile is, and everything. So I would request the students to do that in the respective sector that you're interested in. Now, a lot of companies, a lot of industrial people have started providing that. I'm working as a strategic manager in a, I would say, business firm. So what a strategic manager does, it's completely problem solving and critical thinking. It's completely of problem solving and critical thinking. What are you learning in your school curriculum, you're just going to implement it then. So visiting these type of places, being part of internships, something called a job shadowing opportunity, that is also going to help you. Participate in as many workshops as possible. Yeah, even government firms, something like BSNL and all of them, they are also doing these internships for the students. So I want all the children to have a profile, and all the teachers to just ask the students to build a profile, and you can put all these activities that are doing in the profile. That's going to help you. Mostly, I would say not in India, but in abroad, almost all the admissions are based on who you are, what your profile shows. So that, I hope that answers. Participate in internships. Always visit offices. How much air is possible, even though it's a construction type of company, I would request all the children to visit. It's a new experience. You can understand what is happening there. Not everybody is having an idea about what happens in each and every sector. So that is something that everybody can try on. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay. So that was said from my side. Yeah.
Okay. If I can add something to
Yes,
it.
yes.
So, what the age we are living in, and before that also climate change and SDGs, as someone discussed also, an esteemed panelist discussed, and the student discussed. Mostly all schools are SDG enabled. We are trying very hard to do our bit for the climate change, for the environment. So you were talking of internships. So like our school, Green Lawns Junior High School in Gorakhpur, is collaborating with Nagar Nigam Gorakhpur. So whatever is available, the students are also given chance, to go and do. We made our school non-polythene zone, non-VAT polythene zone, which is not good for the environment. So we tie up with someone in the industries who's recycling polythene to make it into school furniture. So these tie-ups which a school can provide to the students and also then to the teachers. So we all do something for the environment, but you are very right in saying digital literacy and learning, but in a specific core, specific area. Knowing your area is very important. I am a YouTuber. I write poetry. I've gone into YouTubing. Some of students are doing food blogging, something. So lot is dynamic, but it's not good idea to be very confused about a lot of things one can do. Rather, enable and learn in a specific area and connect to those industry bases which are available for internships, provides a great platform to the children. So it's good to be creative, but then, focusing and streamlining with the right mode and the right industry. So I really liked your point about internship. I would suggest that to the students.
I have always faced students who know about everything, but they're very much confused on what to do. They're well
Very
equipped
true.
with everything that's happening around, but still confused on making a decision.
True. Thank you.
All right, I have a question for Rabina ma'am.
Yes.
How can schools ensure that we as students are equipped with both technical expertise and soft skills for job market success?
Right. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can I get the question again? There's a lag.
Yes, okay. So the question is, how can schools ensure that we as students are equipped with both technical expertise and soft skills for job market success?
Yes, so it's both learning and learning teaching together. Soft skills communication was one of, when you take our generation, we were very naturally equipped at communications, debating, it's a skill for personal development, it's a skill developing relationships. And now today we are learning from our students who are more equipped and more clear with their digital learning. And so we should both learn together. Like the teachers can learn from the students can learn from the teachers. And in my opinion, whatever learning teaching is going on should be taken out of the confinement of the school and should be connected to the like-minded industry. So that's an opportunity we try to give to our students. Anything which we are doing, then taking it out and connecting it to the environment which is already doing, the industry connected or the startup connected to it, and we connect our students to those platforms so that they get hands-on experience also while developing skills, so the soft skills and along with it the life skills. Thank you. Hello. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
if we just have 10 seconds in between, I want to give a suggestion to everybody, and it will be very, very helpful. As far as if we are talking about how to define that what is my area. So in that case, I think every school in class 9th and 10th can conduct the aptitude test, and it is very much valid and very much useful, and it has get very clear score which is what is meant actually for you. Are you creative? Are you good at singing or anything like that? So this was just in my mind that this will be very, very helpful, and it is by NCERT. It is available online in the public domain, so you can access that and conduct for classes 9th and 11th both.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for your invaluable opinion, ma'am. With this, I would like to thank all the panelists for sharing your insightful views. We have gained a lot of new insights and knowledge from your views. I'd like to thank all the panelists and audience for joining this session. With this, we conclude this session. Thank you so very much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. It was great learning and good experience. Thank you, everybody, especially the students, for motivating us more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. It was great to
Thank
hear
you
the
for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
Devyani ma'am, and thank you, your team and the team of students. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining the session. And it was a very delightful and insightful session as well, and very informative for the students. So I would also request you all, the principals, students, and everybody, to make sure to donate rupees 10 for the youth upskilling at the information provided for you in the chat box. Make sure you donate. We have donated. Kindly, we request you as well to donate. Thank you.